Hi guys, and welcome to another video. So in my last video I talked about retellings and I promised you guys one more Disney video, and I was thinking about it and it hit me. What about the villains? So I jumped on Goodreads and I looked for some books that revolved around the villains of a story, and I found a few of them. And the first one is by Liz Braswell, and at the moment she has 5 books about Disney villains. So the first one is A Whole New World, based on the Disney movie Aladdin, and the whole series revolves around a question about the Disney movies. So for the first one, A Whole New World, the question that the book asks the reader is, what if Jafar was the first one to find the genie? So what if he got his wishes before Aladdin did? The second book is Once Upon a Dream, and it's based around the Sleeping Beauty fairy tale. And the question there is, what if Aurora never woke up? The third one in the series is about Beauty and the Beast, and it's called As Old as Time. And this one revolves around the question, what if it was Belle's mother that put the curse on the beast? So in this story, it would be Belle's mother who turned out to be the beautiful enchantress at the beginning of the story. Fourth book is Reflection and is about the story of Mulan. And the question here is, what if Mulan had to travel to the underworld? And the last book in the series at the moment is Part of Your World. So it revolves around the Little Mermaid. And the question here is, what if Ariel never defeated Ursula? Okay, so the second series that I found is by Serena Valentino and also revolves around the Disney villains that we all know. And they ask a question about why they became a villain. So what is their background story? And I think this is quite interesting. There are also some of the newer Disney movies that have come out that ask this question, like the movie Maleficent is about the background. So I think this is very interesting. So the first one in this series is called Fairest of Them All, A Tale of the Wicked Queen. So this one revolves around the evil queen in Snow White, and it will ask the question, why did she become so vile? Why does she hate Snow White like this? Why does she have to be the fairest of them all? So I do think it's a little bit similar to the new Disney movies that have come out a few years ago about Snow White and the Huntsman, and then Huntsman Winter's War, where we do follow a little bit of the background story of this queen. The second book in this series is called A Tale of Beauty's Prince, and this revolves a little bit more around the story of the prince that became a beast, and this is touched a very tiny bit in the new Disney movie Beauty and the Beast, where they say that it was after the death of his mother that his father took over parenting and that he became very detached. So maybe it will be a little bit similar to this one, or maybe a whole other background story. Then the next one is Poor Unfortunate Souls, The Tale of the Sea Witch. So this one revolves around Ursula, how she became a sea witch and why she keeps souls in her lair. The fourth is Mistress of All Evil, and it's the tale of the Dark Fairy, so about Maleficent. In the new Maleficent movie, she's also described as a fairy who has lost her wings. Before the real life action movie came out, we didn't know that she was a fairy. She could have just been an evil witch or someone with great power, but in real life action movie, they say that she was a fairy at the first, so this book is also about a dark fairy, so maybe it will link up with that again. But here the question is, why did she curse the innocent princess? I'm very curious if it would be the same story as the movie or a quite different background story. And the last one to come out is Modern Note, A Tale of the Old Witch. So this one revolves around Rapunzel, which at first I didn't know about that this one existed. I thought that there were only 4 books in this series, but this is a new one. I don't think it has come out yet, and I'm very interested in this one. There's never been any other stories around the old witch before, so it's always about Rapunzel and she's been locked in a tower, but not how Mother Gothel became who she is. And the question in the book is, how does she stumble upon this magic golden flower? I'm very interested in this one, in the background story. It is a newer Disney movie. It is not a new fairy tale, it's an old fairy tale, but it is a new Disney movie. I think it's quite nice that not only the Disney classics are made into retelling, but also the newer stories. Then a few other books around Disney villains, and the first one is The Red Queen from Alice in Wonderland. So there are a lot of stories around Alice in Wonderland and Red Queen. The first book I found was Heartless by Marissa Meyer, and it's a kind of prequel to Alice in Wonderland. So Alice has never entered Wonderland before, and the book revolves around a young girl who is destined to become the Queen of Hearts, and she has to choose between her true love or a crown. And the next one is a series about the Red Queen by Colleen Oakes. And there are 3 books at the moment. The first one is Queen of Hearts, the second one is Blood of Wonderland, and the third one is War of the Cards. So I did a little bit research on this series, but I couldn't follow it really because I haven't read the books yet. It is about the journey that a young girl has to take before she is to be the Red Queen of Hearts. But it's very confusing to give a synopsis of a trilogy if you haven't read it before. So if you are interested, please check out the Goodreads pages for these books to see if you're interested in the story. And the last one is a newer book that hasn't come out yet about the sea witch Ursula, or a retelling of the story or in some way, and it's called Sea Witch by Sarah Henning. And it's about this girl Evie who lost her best friend Anna when she drowned, and at some point there is a new girl in town that looks just like her friend. She discovers some secrets about Anna and she wants to help her even if it costs her dearly. So this is more a tale of friendship, betrayal, and the girl to maybe become the monster that we know as the Sea Witch. So this one is on my TBR list because I'm very interested in this. The synopsis looks a bit similar to a book that has come out recently, The Wicked Deep. So it's about a town where 3 sisters are condemned of witchcraft and they are drowned. And then once a year, these 3 sisters come back and lure boys into their watery grave. So I'm very interested in this kind of stories. I already have my collection at the moment and I hope to get to it soon. Okay, so that was it for this video. I hope you liked the Disney theme. So this was the last of the Disney videos at the moment. Maybe I'll revisit the theme, but at the moment this is the last one. My Instagram theme about Disney will end at the end of the month. So I hope you like it, and if you want to follow me on my Instagram or on my blog, links are down in the description. And if you have any questions or suggestions about videos I should do or themes I would do on my Instagram or YouTube channel, please leave them down below in the comments, and I'll hope to see you for my next video. Bye guys!